Hello everyone, it's Farket here. In this video I'm going to show you how to use a new free unofficial forest app. The app contains how to make every stew recipe in the game, the statistics of weapon upgrades, a crafting guide, as well as a strength, athleticism and calorie guide to help you raise your stats. The app can be used on all devices including iPhones, Androids, Windows 10 and more. It uses an app called Open as App, which is an app that allows you to turn spreadsheets into apps. The link for the app will be in the description. This information cannot be placed on the wiki, as it doesn't have the tools available. The app is extremely easy to download and run. Zebulon is the sole creator of the app, so all credit goes to him. I just provided the pictures. Zebulon will be updating the app as time goes on, along with any updates that occur. Information in the app has been obtained from the game files. It has been tested.
And again, it just works.
Open as app doesn't have ads, it doesn't require a sign-in, doesn't collect personal information, and it is easy to use. Every time Zebulon updates it, you will see a notification to install the update with one click. This video is mostly going to cover the stew aspects of the app, though I will cover the rest in some detail. Stews are quite complex, though I'll try and explain it as simple as possible. First off, are stew recipes worth it? Definitely. Here are some of the perks of using stews. Spoiled meat can safely be added to stews with no negative effects, so you no longer have to throw away your spoiled meat if you make stews. There is no difference between adding fresh, edible, or spoiled meat to a stew. They all have the same effect. All meats, no matter their listed calorie count, will provide 600 calories per meat. This is a great way to get more calories out of meats, including small generic meat, fish, and large generic meat. Hard survival mode causes food to provide less benefits. This can make stews more viable as they provide more fullness, hydration, health, and calories. Jack mushrooms and amanita mushrooms, if I pronounce that correctly, won't injure you or make you sick if you add them to a stew, so similar to how spoiled meats work. There are 6 stew recipes. There is balanced, barbecue, mushroom sauce, tisane, ointment, and realistic. Each stew recipe provides different benefits. You can get bonus health, energy, calories, fullness, dependent on the recipe. And these bonuses are on top of what they already provide if you were to eat them individually. With stews, the ingredients have to be exact. If you make a mistake, even with one ingredient, the recipe can fail, and the benefits of a successful stew are lost. You will still gain the benefits of the food, but not the bonuses on top of the recipe. There are 20 items that can be added to stews, though there are only 3 actual ingredients. There are meats, herbs, and mushrooms. Rabbits, lizards, fish, large generic meat, small generic meat, legs, arms, and heads are classed as meats. All the mushrooms, amanita, chanterelle, puff, jack, liberty cap, deer, are the mushrooms. They all provide the same benefit when added to a stew. And the herbs are aloe, chicory, coneflower, and marigold. Herbs provide different benefits depending on what herb you actually add. For example, aloe and coneflower is more likely to add health. Chicory and marigold is more likely to add fullness or energy. And then there's other, which includes blueberries and oysters. These aren't actually classed as ingredients, you can just add them on top of what you already have. They'll just provide different bonuses. Though spoiled oysters, this can be a good way to get rid of them. Now the app can be overwhelming to some, so I'll provide you with what Zebulon has stated are the best recipes. The best ones are balanced and barbecue. Both can be made without water, their benefits are some of the highest, and they are the easiest to make. To make a balanced stew, you need to add 1 of each ingredient. So 1 meat, 1 herb, and 1 mushroom. If you want to increase the recipe, you can add 2 meats, 2 herbs, and 2 mushrooms. And to increase it further, you can add 3 meats, 3 herbs, and 3 mushrooms. If you get what I mean, you just keep adding 1 of each on top. So you can go up to 10 if you want. 10 meats, 10 herbs, 10 mushrooms. Though after about 2 or 3, you're going to notice that the benefits are lost. You're just going to gain calories because it's going to max out your energy and your health, and any more that's added is just going to add calorie value. Balanced stews can be made with or without water. It is probably the most simple recipe to make. To make a barbecue recipe, it is exactly the same, though it's without mushrooms, and you cannot have water in the pot. If you got water in the pot, it won't be a barbecue recipe. To make a barbecue one, it's 1 meat and 1 herb. To go further, it's 2 meats, 2 herbs, and so on, and it can be extended up. Here is a breakdown of what Zebulon stated are the recipes. Balanced is a universal recipe for everything. It can be made with or without water and it's easy to make. Barbecue, the pros are low cost, good for fullness and energy, and the cons is no water. Mushroom sauce is good for everything, must contain water, and therefore you're not thirsty. The pros are good fullness and energy, and has water. The cons are higher cost, and values are exceeding max values, with the exception of calories. T-Sane, its pros are best for health using aloe or cone flour, and it has water. The cons are it has very low or no effect on fullness or energy. Realistic with 2 small generic meats is a good recipe. Very good for everything. Cons are it's higher cost and doubles the calories. For ointment, if you don't have any meat, you can drop everything in the stew to get some benefits. Zebulon stated that this recipe is crap and not to bother though. Here are some of the other points to consider when making stews. Some of these are good and bad. Arms, legs, and heads will reduce sanity by 3 no matter how many you add to a stew. So if you add 1, it will reduce your sanity by 3. If you add 10, it will reduce your sanity by 3. Every herb has a different value and benefit in a stew. Use the app to test out what's more suitable for you. Aloe in stews will not cure sickness or infection. It's probably best to save aloe for curing sickness or infection, or use it for crafting. Blueberries and oysters can be added to any recipe as an extra. Oysters are not classed as meat. For making T-Sane for healing, use cone flour instead of aloe, as it does have the same benefit, and you can save the aloe for curing infections and sickness. All herbs have 5 calories in a stew only if meat is added to the recipe. Otherwise, it will give you 0 calories in a stew. All mushrooms give 10 calories in a stew only if meat is added to the recipe. Otherwise, they will provide 0 calories in the stew. Heads provide 600 calories, but its energy, health, and fullness values are very low. It's essentially useless for values, but good for calories. Plus, stews are the only way to eat a head. In the T-Sane recipe, you get 0.2 or 20% more health for every herb added. This means that 5 aloes or cone flours without water will give you 50 health, but in water, which creates the T-Sane recipe, will give you 100 health. 4 aloes or cone flours without water will give 40 health, but in T-Sane it will give you 72 health. So you can use this as a healing recipe. Though there are so many meds in the game, it's probably not worth it, but it depends on your situation. If you got 5 cone flour and no meds, well, you can make a stew recipe to fully heal yourself. Though this is in normal mode, keep that in mind. If water is used in a recipe, it will always provide 100% hydration. When using the app, make sure you have the right difficulty selected. Hard survival will provide less benefits. Keep this in mind. Now I'm going to cover the rest of the other tabs and the app. The crafting one is self-explanatory. It has all the items you can craft in the game. So you can have it available on your phone while you're playing, so you don't have to alt-tab or go into the survival guide. And it has a short description of what it's about. Calories lists what actions you do and what they burn. For example, I'll enter in 1000 calories and it shows me how long I'll have to spend to burn that amount. So running 16 minutes and 40 seconds, jumping 8 minutes 20 seconds, idle time, walking time, and so on. Keep in mind that carrying logs burns calories, even if you're standing still. So if you're carrying 2 logs, you're burning calories very fast. So if you want to lose weight overnight, you could hold 2 logs and stand in the middle of your base, protected, and walk away from your computer. It will burn calories while you're doing it. It also lists a number of swings to raise strength. There's another tab for that, strength. To gain 1 strength, you will need to take 213 swings and you'll need 1491 calories. So if you want 2 strength, it's 426 swings and 2982 calories. And you can use a custom number of swings as well. If you click on the number, you can add it as much as you want. Now, athleticism is measured in seconds. So if you run for 7,200 seconds, you will gain 1 athleticism. One of the major benefits of the athleticism part is you can tell when weight is going to start affecting your athleticism. Over 210, you'll start noticing a decrease in how much you gain. So to get the most gains from this, keep your weight under 210. For strength, you need to keep your weight above 200. So aim between 200 and 210. If you start going too far over these numbers, you might want to sort it quickly. Wearables is pretty self-explanatory. It lists the amount of armor, stealth, and cold armor based on the combinations you have. It includes bone armor, stealth armor, lizard armor, deer skin armor, rabbit fur boots, and covered with mud. With weapon stats, this gives you the ability to test how much damage your weapon is actually doing. In my upgrades video, I actually got the values incorrect, but not by much. And I can also show you how to get the most damage from your weapon. So Zebulon discovered it's 18 glass and 11 teeth. And this allows you to add booze to your fire upgrade as well. What we've got here is 9.09 damage and 3.24 speed. If we go 15 booze and 14 teeth like I originally recommended, it drops the damage just a little bit, but it will be faster. Though either way, you're going to win. So if you want max damage, which is what I will be going, 18 glass, 11 teeth, and using power attacks gives you the max amount of damage. But you can use this to compare weapons against each other and work out the kind of weapon you want to have. And the app section just lists information about the app. If you wish to help Zebulon out, you can donate to him through PayPal. Also, you can contact him through the Discord if you have any suggestions or if you want to actually help with the app. Anyway, hopefully I explained it well enough. If you have any questions, make sure you post them in the comments and I should be able to address them. Or if you have more technical questions, it's best that you join the Discord and speak to us there. Zebulon's there and he's happy to help. Anyway, if you like this video, make sure you like and subscribe. Cheers.